in general, when Hazur's rebuting their argument scientifically, the Darwins and Dawkins and the naturalists, Hazur is presenting scientific argument to refute them. But in presenting that, because they're wrong, therefore, because they haven't got a solution as to what the cause of creation is, or creative principles, and the answer must be that it is God who created it. Sure. But to a naturalist, or to scientists, or to them, that is not presenting your argument scientifically, because they cannot test that scientifically, that there is no answer.
This is wrong because I have taken up this issue as well. In the end of the book, there is one chapter which particularly deals with this issue of their choices and our choices. We can attribute the evolution to God by, as we understand, God could have organized evolution, which, if not organized by a conscious being above the material, could not have evolved in such a short time. This is the main thrust of my argument. So they have two choices. Either to attribute it to God and understand that there is some ultimate conscience and conscious being which directs the steps of evolution and brings it closer in time. In all laboratories, scientists are working with apparatus. So things, if they are left in the open, they may take to develop, because they are scientific, they are not unscientific. So science laws apply to them. So they may take for these things to develop in a billion years. But a scientist achieves his object within a year or two with the help of this various sorts of scientific apparatus, which has ultimately developed into a very complex machinery. Now, this is the point which I have raised. Could this machinery be built without an outside mind or not? That is the point. If you reject an outside mind operating this machinery and building it gradually to this highly evolved form, if you reject that mind, then you have a right to reject God.
I understand. Yeah.
If you do not reject that mind, what right have you got to reject God?
Yeah, I recall.
Then the whole development of science, I'm not talking of evolution, I'm talking of this development of science we see today, that should have been attributed to nothingness. They know it's absurd and stupid. So they have no choice. They're compelled to believe in God. But because they're atheists, so they want to hold fast to their atheism, so when you enter that domain, they refuse to follow you. Because essentially they are atheists despite the fact that they have no alternative theory of evolution. Now when you compare this concept with the one which I have presented to you, then whether they agree with you or not is immaterial. They will understand that you are right and they are wrong. Science could not have developed without an operative mind. To such amazing achievements which boggle the human mind. But evolution is far more complex than this. And they say it happened automatically.
Yes.
Now you know?
Yes, yes.
Thank you.
The other thing that also made me uncomfortable was that once Hazur had delivered the winning point to each of the naturalists, and Hazur really gone very strong in words and which are far from diplomatic.
Yes, I'm not a diplomat.
Yes. And
You
that was
see,
intentional, was it?
The strong expression was essential for them to realize they should be awakened from that sense of automatically accepting some ideas and beliefs which were handed over to them through generations. They should be shocked. And these strong words work as the awakeners. And this is exactly what the Holy Quran does. According to the Holy Quran, there is a word often used by Allah, Al-Qari'ah. Al-Qari'ah means something which knocks at your doors so powerfully that none can remain asleep in the house after this. So from time to time, Allah employs this method of awakening people. And according to the Holy Quran, they fall back to sleep again. So these are the qari'ahs which are utilized in this book.
Jazakallah.
Right?
Yes, Jazakallah.